I want to keep growing. This is just the beginning for me. This is not, but I do want to put myself in a position where, I don't lose everything and, always trying to strategize, be successful, but also have, plan B, A, B, and C, because, you know, things change, and my dad, very successful entrepreneur, came to New Orleans, like I said, in 1965. In 1987, the city of New Orleans took a downturn, and I was alive at that time. And we had 5 auto parts stores. In 1989, he lost them all. So I lived that, and that's how we got in the restaurant business, because we came from New Orleans, from the auto parts business to Mandeville. So I was through that, losing it all in my lifetime to to building it back up again. So we lost it twice, in this, and from 65 to now, So I don't plan on up in there.
What a great story. Some of the most successful people, I don't think until you really go broke do you really realize
Right.
how to get wealthy, and it's like the 80s here in Louisiana were catastrophic. You had the SNL, the banks were shutting down, and then you had
Right.
the oil bust on top of that. So I love your determination and your, grit, if you will, that you're learning it sounds like, is your father still alive?
He is. He's a big part of my company. He helps me. He's there before me most of the days and leaves after me sometimes. So he's there with me. So I'm proud of him. And he just by showing me, it didn't, give me from a personal standpoint. He showed me how to, the different avenues of business and different ways, that there's business to be made, but not just by writing a check. He showed me hands on how to do it. So I'm very proud of of his determination. It makes me go.
I love the Latino culture because, man, it's like you can't break them up, man. And,
Right.
we need to learn from that instead of just say, hey, they don't know what's going on, And you look at people even that left Cuba on a raft.
Right.
How, and hell, people in this day and age won't drive 2 miles, to go do something. And so I love your determination. I love your work ethic because I think that's so often what's holding a lot of people back is they're just not really willing to do what it takes.
Exactly. I think a lot of people, just aren't willing to do what it takes because it's not easy. I mean, it's not a walk in the park. I mean, run any business, whether it's a housing business or any business. It's there's things you deal with every single day.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not made for everybody.
So tell us what's something nobody knows about George. I always ask this question because I want to kind of catch you off guard. It doesn't have to be real dark or anything like that. But what's one thing about George Gomez that maybe a lot of people don't know?
Well, I wrote a book I'm pretty proud of. A lot of people don't know it. I didn't share too much about it, but that was pretty interesting, because my grades were never that great in school, and I'm not a great writer, but I got it done, So I'm pretty proud of that.
And what's the
Right now,
name of that book?
money really grows on trees. It's on Amazon.
No kidding. Well,
Yeah.
afterwards, once you see this, I want you to put a link there. And again,
All right.
one man's trash could be another man's treasure, So
There you go.
you never know how somebody can build a business. And I know you're involved in some other stuff in addition to the Pine Straw being your core business. But who's a good referral for you, a homeowner? But what about developers or things such as that? Who when you get those relationships, as people are watching, they go, well, I can introduce George to such and such, would be just a huge win for your business that you've been knocking on that door and they ain't opening it.
Yeah, developers, big subdivisions, big apartment complexes, things like that of that nature. It's a big help for our business and homeowners. I mean, I started selling 5 bales. It doesn't matter, the amount of quantity. I'm not looking at, it's not a marathon. It really isn't a sprint. It is a marathon. It's not a get rich scheme by any means, in any business, for that,
And I know you've had quite a health transformation too. We're not going to go into that program too much, but you and I are on a
Yeah.
very similar journey. What really was the thing that woke you up? A guy that's driven, making money as myself out there making it happen. What really was the aha moment that you said, "Yeah, this is all good," but what really led you to Johnny and started having Johnny help you to say, "I got to take care of me"?
Well, it all happened January 1st, 2018. I went to Vail, Colorado, and I broke my leg. And being not being able to move and seeing, look, I got to do something about this. It wasn't, that I was heavy that I broke my leg, but I had to do something about, my health. And I got 3 kids, and I want to be around. I want to, not weigh 290 pounds. So
And I know
that,
you've lost 40 or 50 and even more, but and doing some other stuff. And that's a real help, and it gives that great example to your children too, right? About, how
of
to make
course,
good, healthy habits. That's what it's all about. Healthy habits in business, healthy habits in choices we make every day with food, and in the Latino culture, hasn't done a real good job of that, right? I mean, in making
right,
good choices. So it's awesome seeing you, maybe putting that sword in the ground saying, enough, it stops with me. There's another client of mine in that health coaching arena that he feels the same way. He made an agreement to his mother when she was on her deathbed, that he was going to do something different. And he really fell apart. And it started convicting him as he started getting more and more unhealthy to the tune that he knew it was time. So, how do you define success, George? I mean, a lot of people define it different ways, but what's your definition of success?
my definition of success is being able to get out there and do what I want to do, have the choices, to make the having the ability to make the choices that I want. People put a number to that. I don't have a specific number, whether because I'm the type of person that I have 1 million, I want two. I get two, I want five. And it's just that's the type of person I am. I don't think there's a specific number, but being able to buy, the car that I want, the shoes that I want, be able to go eat tonight where I want to go eat. I mean, that's successful to me, and I'm happy.
Uh,
I live in a
I,
modest.
I love it because so many people, like in the financial industry with me, they all get tied up on some number. And I don't
Right.
know if you remember, there was that commercial, these people walking around Manhattan and they had styrofoam numbers. It would be like 1,784,382. And the other guys would be 600,221. And it's like what I've realized, like you said, it's not about the number. It's what the number gives you.
Right. And also, building, getting to the next place. 'Cause it takes a lot of money to build anything. It takes a lot of cash to build any business. So, that's successful is, seeing the business grow and seeing other businesses grow that, I'm building, and, that's success.
And so, who have you relied on for a lot of financial advice, just in your business and making moves and stuff such as that? Who's been kind of your catalyst? Because every
Well,
guy's kind of got somebody in the corner.
Well, basically, honestly, me, man, I am my own hero. Like, I see myself in 5 years, and I try to beat that guy in 5 years, and I try to beat him the next 5 years. I mean, I don't really have
Uh-oh, I lost you. Let me bring him back on. We love technical difficulties. You there, George? I see it's pinging. Let's try it again. Gotta love real time. This is the beauty of it, people. You there, George? All right. Well, doesn't look like it's going to work out, but I hope you guys have really gotten something out of this episode of the Healthy Wealth Show. George Gomez, Gomez Pine Straw. You definitely need to check him out. Get that book. He's going to put it in the comments. And I hope this has been good for helping you know that if you're making up a bunch of stuff in your head about why can't you do X, Y, or Z, here's a guy whose family came from Cuba with nothing, created some auto part stores in New Orleans, and then segued that into the restaurant business, and now he's building enterprises not only in the Pine Straw arena, but also in the arena of truly pursuing success. And you heard him say it. Success to him isn't some number. It's truly about making an impact and being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Let me see if I can. George, you there? But at any rate, we're gonna end today. This has been the Healthy Wealth Show, and again, every Tuesday and Thursday. On Thursday, we're gonna do it a little later because I'm gonna be in San Diego dealing with a guy, David Kress, and we may do something different with George down the future. Y'all have an awesome day, and again, make sure that you're instilling healthy habits in wealth and in health. Because what's the point if you just have a bunch of money and you don't have your health? God bless, and we'll see you on Thursday.